People confuse the Operation Wetback with the Mexican Reparation Act, and they're not the same. The Mexican Reparation Act took place in 1930, and it lasted about 10 years. And then all of a sudden, we have no more Mexicans in the United States because they were all being deported back to Mexico, so nobody was working in the fields. The Bracero program happened around 1945. That is when the United States began allowing Mexicans to come into the United States legally. But almost 10 years later, in 1954, is when Operation Wetback started. Operation Wetback was when Mexicans that were here illegally started complaining about the Mexicans that were here illegally stealing their jobs. I even made a video on Cesar Chavez Day about Cesar Chavez being pro Operation Wetback, how he even stated that we're the ones stealing the jobs. That video, you can find it on YouTube. And during Operation Wetback, you also have the wet lines that was led by Cesar Chavez and his men, where anybody that was coming in from Mexico to the United States, whether it was legally or illegally, and they were working against his protests, they were being deported back to Mexico. And Operation Wetback is where you saw the rise of Mexicans hating on other Mexicans. If you go watch my video about Cesar Chavez and read the comments, you're going to see all the Mexicans that were hating on their own Mexicans. And those are the Mexicans that are most likely racist against other communities. To my fellow Black community and anybody else out there, if you see a Latino that doesn't like you, best believe that Latino doesn't like other Latinos. And those are the Latinos we need to be calling out and checking them. Because, honey, racism is a form of self-hate. I am working on putting together a video or a series, teach about our Mexican history and how it affected not just the Mexicans, but other communities that were not white. Only way to end racism is by learning about our previous mistakes, calling out the racist people within our communities before we call out other communities.